Greetings, adventurers. Really taking advantage of this time to talk at this lake and get some videos knocked out. Wanted to further talking about the Religious Faith and Convictions book by talking about the pursuit to power. And this is to build your own order, get your own following, potentially, becoming your own cultist group, right? Your ascension to become a deity yourself, potentially, in the long run. So what do we do? So in this book, I really talk about how to build your own sanctum. And your sanctum is the structure, your religious structure that you're going to end up having. Why do you choose a certain location, and how does that relate to your religious beliefs and entity that you follow? And so additionally, in the structure that you build, it's how you design it. What are your choice of rooms? What are the decor that's there? And how does the decor relate to building? This may sound, too much detail and too in-depth, and certainly you can go the short path and just take a basic build structure and skip all this detail. The good thing about the detail is that when giving some to your adventure master, they're able to incorporate this into gameplay about what happens. So while you're out adventuring, with a group of 4 people in the party, and then you roll to the next session and 2 people can't show up. So now it's just 2 of you. You say, man, I really wanted to play. Well, now you don't have to just quit or postpone the game. You can take time to go ahead and focus on a pursuit to power. And so in this case, talking about your sanctum. So now the game master can be like, hey, while you all were out adventuring a couple weeks ago, this happened. And so you had to break from the party to go back and address this. And so it may sound odd to kind of talk about like breaking a timeline and we're going to go backwards, but really it doesn't affect anything and it doesn't matter. It's insignificant. And still the effects they could have, certainly, if you're going to end up accidentally dying or having a dramatic effect, then, that has to be moved forward. But we don't have the luxury of just sitting and playing every single day for 4, 5, 6 hours and just have this fully continuity of gameplay. So we have to work around that. So now to go back and to talk about the cathedral, right? And so, you may have your altar, and behind it is a retable where a bunch of your items are placed out for people to recognize the power and greatness of your God. And so while you were gone, one of them disappeared, and it was odd. It was brought to your attention by one of your lower members, not even the higher members. So why would that have happened? So now we can create this new storyline hook that one of your higher members has potentially gone astray, and they were involved in stealing it. And so what's the intrigue of trying to figure out what happened there? And then as well, we can talk about that it was, one of the BBEGs had found out about you trying to go after them and the party, or with the party. And so now they actually sent someone to go and reduce your power level. And so they sent this assassin into your cathedral. You didn't know it, that one of them has actually died and nobody knew about it yet. And then they stole that item. And so these new hooks end up taking a fun new game session in a different direction and still afford an opportunity to play. But as well, the pursuits to power themselves, your church gives you a certain amount of power. So that when we get toward in-game play, if you do have a smaller group, you don't have a smaller group, you want to play on something on a much larger level, like I have the Strongholds, Armies, and Battle book, but you don't have an army. You have a bunch of followers. So if it was a religious-based function, you might send all your followers en masse to beef up your power in a given location to fight this BBEG, because the power of your God is strengthened by the followers being behind you, because that's where your powers came from anyways, as just a base character. Now you can have your followers be attacked. You can have other groups with their religious power come, and now you have a religious battle between each other on a different level and a different style of play. So this is what I talk about in the Religion, Faith, and Convictions book. So if you like what I'm talking about, you like what I'm doing, hit the like button, please. You know, please consider subscribing. Go on to my website, download some free content. Continue to see if there's more and more that you like and more that you want to hear about, which let me know as well in the comments. You know, how well am I doing? What am I missing? What would you like to see? I hope you've enjoyed this short video. Adventure well.